Jellyfit. Now, if you've seen it before, you already know the claims sound pretty exciting. It's marketed as a natural weight management supplement, usually in jelly or liquid form. The brand says it can help boost your metabolism, reduce hunger cravings, increase your energy levels, and even support fat burning, all without strict dieting. Sounds easy, right? Almost too easy. So let's break it down together, step by step, and see what's actually going on here. First, one thing that stands out is the claim that it's made in an FDA-registered facility. Now, this can sound very official, but here's the truth. FDA registration does not mean the product is approved or tested by the FDA. It simply means the facility is listed. That's it. And interestingly, the website itself also mentions that the product is not evaluated by the FDA. So already, there's a bit of confusion here. And honestly, it can easily mislead people into thinking it has more approval than it actually does. Next, let's talk about the so-called scientific references. On the surface, it looks impressive. Lots of study titles, lots of scientific language. But when you actually look closer, most of these studies aren't about Jellyfit at all. They're general research on vitamins, metabolism, and health topics. There are no clear clinical trials, no direct evidence, and no proper links showing that this exact formula has been tested. So it starts to feel more like decoration, rather than real scientific backing. Now, another thing you'll notice on the website is the marketing style. There are countdown timers that never really end, and big discount claims like you save $179. And let's be honest, this kind of urgency can feel a little pressure-based. It pushes you to decide fast, instead of giving you time to think properly. When a product relies heavily on urgency tactics like this, it can sometimes feel more like a sales funnel than a transparent health product. Then we come to the claims themselves. Phrases like melt fat fast, fat incinerating furnace, or wake up slimmer daily, they sound powerful, but they're not really supported by solid science. There's also talk about increased energy and shrinking body size, but without any real explanation of how it works or any measurable proof. So it becomes a lot of big promises without clear evidence behind them. Finally, let's talk about reviews. When we look outside the site, things get interesting. There's very little to no discussion on platforms like Trustpilot or Reddit. And without independent reviews or real user feedback, it becomes hard to verify those claims. So what does all of this mean? Well, putting it all together, the unclear FDA messaging, the weak scientific backing, the aggressive marketing tactics, and the lack of real-world reviews, there are definitely some red flags here. It doesn't necessarily mean the product is fake, but it does mean the evidence behind its claims is not strong enough to fully trust the marketing. So if you're thinking about trying it, it's probably best to be cautious and do a bit more research before making any decisions. Alright, that's it for today's breakdown. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more honest reviews and breakdowns just like this.